Cleveland spent 7 years believing his chosen son would carry them to glory. LeBron grew up in their backyards, carried their hopes, and became the most powerful player in the league. Then one night in 2010, everything changed. One sentence on live TV sent the entire city into shock. Jerseys hit the pavement, and hearts cracked. A franchise fell apart under the weight of one choice that no one wanted to hear. And I brought in lifelong Cleveland fan Bobby G from the Audible Sports Podcast to tell his story of the decision. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow on each and every one of the socials at Pearce TV. But most importantly, please enjoy this week's episode of
I became aware of LeBron when he was like 14, 15 years old. So one of the more famous stories is him being invited to Chicago Open Run, hosted at a gym where a lot of NBA guys go, And, his airness was there, I guess. Jordan was in the building, a lot of guys in the building. Ron Artest actually tells the story about LeBron. 15 years old, he was the best player in the gym. So you hear those stories, and then, again, that thing, man. It's Ohio. It's like, hey, we got one. Let's, you just hoping for the best for him at that time. But then you hear the rumor, hey, a couple years, this can happen. Hey, he might not go to college. Hey, and then you see the dominoes start to fall, and then you realize, hey, this is our chance to get a generational talent, once in a lifetime player, our Jordan, if you will. When the ping pong balls bounced in the right direction, and you got a little Nick Gilbert with the bow tie, and it came out, and the two teams are left, and it's like, and the second pick goes to the Detroit Pistons. We got one. We got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
The air was a little bit cleaner in Cleveland the next day. The sun was a little bit brighter. It was a great day. I was in the military. Did 8 years in the Air Force. And there's a lot of trash talking going on in the Air Force. 2007 was my last year. So that 06-07 season, when he put it all together as a player, and he took us to the finals. Granted, we got drugged by the Spurs. But for some reason, I was in Germany with what felt like the entire city of New Orleans and Detroit. 3-4 in the morning, we were watching these games. We're calling out of work to watch this playoff series. And the 25 straight points, like he just the way he just dismantled the Pistons. Seeing him do that, and then the hope, like, okay, you build upon this, and bro, we're about to get like 6-7, not 1, not 2, not 3.
After years of bringing life to the city of Cleveland, the rumors swirled that LeBron might not be happy with the franchise. But it wasn't until after Game 6 of the 2010's Eastern Conference semifinals that Bobby's eyebrows truly started to raise.
At that moment, I was hopeful he would stay, but I knew he was going. And that's all went through my head. Like, this is the last time I'm putting on this jersey. It's a wrap. But just to walk through the tunnel and, like, not even 5 feet in, as soon as that foot hit where he was out of view of the stands, that jersey was off. And I'm like, yeah, he's done. It's over.
And then the decision came.
I was hanging out with my girl at the time and her kids, and they were all, ironically, Wizards fans. And like when he said that, every eyeball in the room turned to me, and I'm just, wow, just froze. I'm like, really, Miami? But then the conspiracy theorist in me came out. This decision, that's a decision, was not made today. There's no way. Everything in my being said, nah, this wasn't made today. He didn't come up with this today. This has been in the making. And then I started to go back through everything, and I'm like, yeah, this decision was made in 2004. Remember, these guys were on an Olympic team together. They didn't play. Larry Brown didn't believe in playing rookies in the Olympics or on his own team. They talked about all playing together. Now, it wasn't D-Wade, LeBron, and Chris Bosh. It was Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Carmelo Anthony. But when it came contract time, they all made sure that their contracts all aligned together. Except Melo. Melo didn't trust it. Melo wanted to guarantee money. He wanted the money in hand. So instead of making his contract the option year, he took the extra year, which is why he was not a free agent that year. He was a free agent the next year. So what do? Melo's not a free agent. We got to get a replacement. Who can be? Chris Bosh. We mess with that guy. He used Melo's replacement. Makes the whole thing work. Next thing you know, they're all in Miami.
Unfortunately, the rest of Cleveland didn't reach rational thought as quickly as Bobby did. And things got wicked.
I mean, I don't want to compare it to the severity of certain events that have been in our culture. Watch riots, short ride, things of that nature. But that night was not a night to be outside in Cleveland, Ohio. People just lost their mind. You could just see bonfires of just jerseys and memorabilia. The Cavs had a chance to win championships, and that just went away. Like, it was just like, no, we're gonna be trash for like the next how long? And yeah, man, people were upset, angry. They felt betrayed. Obviously, business owners were upset because of the revenue that having a player that magnitude does for your city. So yeah, it was a lot, man. A lot going through people's mind. The sports fanatics like myself, we're just gonna be trash tomorrow. There's always next year. Whatever cliche that we use, insert here. But yeah, it was not a night to be in the streets.
But that's where true leadership comes in, right? Surely Cavaliers owner Dan Gilbert wouldn't do something to make this worse, right? Right?
Here is what Gilbert had to say in this letter, quote, "As you now know, our former hero, who grew up in the very region that he deserted this evening, is no longer a Cleveland Cavalier. This was announced with a several-day narcissistic self-promotional build-up, culminating with a national TV special of his decision, unlike anything ever witnessed in the history of sports and probably the history of entertainment. Clearly, this is bitterly disappointing to all of us. The good news is that the ownership team and the rest of the hardworking, loyal, and driven staff over here at your hometown Cavaliers have not betrayed you, nor never will betray you. There is so much more to tell you about the events of the recent past and our more than exciting future. Over the next several days and weeks, we will be communicating much of that to you. You simply don't deserve this kind of cowardly betrayal," Gilbert went on to write. "You have given so much and deserve so much more. In the meantime, I want to make one statement to you tonight. The capitalization belonged to Gilbert. I personally guarantee that the Cleveland Cavaliers will win an NBA championship before the self-titled former king wins one. You can take it to the bank. If you thought we were motivated before tonight to bring the hardware to Cleveland, I can tell you that this shameful display of selfishness and betrayal by one of our very own has shifted our motivation to previously unknown and previously never experienced levels. Some people think they should go to heaven but not have to die to get there. Sorry, but that's simply not how it works. This shocking act of disloyalty from our homegrown chosen one sends the exact opposite lesson of what we would want our children to learn and who we would want them to grow up to become. But the good news is that this heartless and callous action can only serve as the antidote to the so-called curse on Cleveland, Ohio. The self-declared former king will be taking the curse with him down south. And until he does right by Cleveland and Ohio, James and the town where he plays will unfortunately own this dreaded spell and bad karma. Just watch. Sleep well, Cleveland. Tomorrow is a new and much brighter day, and I promise you that our energy, focus, capital, knowledge, and experience will be directed at one thing and one thing only: delivering you the championship you have long deserved and is long overdue." End quote.
Okay, if there was a chance for him to come back, it ain't never happening now, because he talked about that man like a dog. also for me as a black man, and that whole dynamic, just some of the things Dan Gilbert said were you might alienate a lot of Cavs fans. Because you could turn the city from being on your side because he left to I see why he left, and you're supposed to be the adult in the room to claim that we're gonna win the championship before you when he just formed the Monstars. You couldn't get anybody to come while he was on the roster. Who are you gonna get to come here now and go against this juggernaut of a team? It didn't even end with the letter for him because he also owns Fathead, the giant wall posters. The very next day, he made all LeBron James Fathead the price matched the birth year of Benedict Arnold. It was 1947 something like a 19. Yeah, he changed the price to Benedict Arnold's year of birth. So petty, king petty. I was there for it.
Did you laugh in 2011 when he lost to the Mavericks? Be honest.
No, because I had money.
Hold on. Run that back for me.
I said no because I had money on it. Oh my God, man.
You let this man break your heart and cost you money in the span of a year.
Yes. What I did enjoy was because LeBron he likes to be doesn't like being hated or being villain, which is what he tried to play against. So I was from an athletic standpoint, mental standpoint, that might have been the toughest season of his career. And what people say, it was choked out. Not for a guy like that who has to be in certain positions, and it's well documented. Yes, he is a maniac, all those other things, but he also hates to be. And for him to try and fight through what he was going through that season, it wasn't just Cleveland. It was like every season, every city that team went to, they together were universally hated. If there's a chicken's coming home to roost moment, you just some vitriol, you fit that's what you did. That's what you caused. You brought it on yourself, did it to yourself, and now you see, you get to kind of look in the mirror and say, it's on me, it's my fault. And it just hit a fever pitch with we lost, everybody, and what did he say after that? Yeah, we lost, but all you guys have to go back to your regular lives. So, I can't remember the exact comment.
Because at the end of the day, all the people that was rooting on me to fail, at the end of the day, they got to wake up tomorrow and have the same life that they had before they woke up today. They got the same personal problems that they had today. And I'm going to continue to live the way I want to live and continue to do the things that I want to do with me and my family and be happy with that. So, they can get a few days or a few months or whatever the case may be on being happy about not only myself, but the Miami Heat not accomplishing their goal, but they got to get back to the real world at some point.
Inverse, that's how you feel right now. That's making you snap on everybody that hates you and is calling you mentally weak, and you're not everything they're saying about you. That's what you did. That's what you caused to thousands of people in the city and thousands of kids. It's thousands, but now you get to see what it is, and that's what the next season he kind of came back with this uber focus and let it go. But from the Cleveland standpoint, yeah, it was and we as much as we wanted them to lose, these guys are too great to not figure it out. We know you're gonna figure it out. Just don't score 50 when you come back to Cleveland. That's
A few years later, LeBron did return back to Cleveland. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves here.
I actually heard a story one time after we played them where he kind of dapped Kyrie up after the game. It was like, hey, y'all keep it up. I might come back. And the word is Kyrie kind of looked at him weird, I don't need you, dude. He wasn't in favor at all. But then you flash forward and you hear the herbs. Bron and Pat Riley ain't getting along. Then the side convos and the talking head. Well, can a superstar this magnitude, how many teams can he play for? You know, it's not good to have that many teams on your register. So, and then you finally start hearing, hey, Cavs roster not that bad. You know, you got Kyrie Irving, you got this guy, these guys. You got the number 1 pick. Hey, they can go trade and get whoever. It would be awesome if you come back, but you just, you know, hey, that Dan Gilbert's letter. There's no way he can get over something like that. His mom won't let him get over something like that because, hey, Gloria James is a sack. You don't think it's possible. And what happens? I'm coming. The article comes out. I'm coming home. Oh, we going Sizzler. We going Sizzler. Bro, we got Kyrie. We got LeBron. We got the number 1 pick. About to take. I mean, you had Wiggins. You had Jabari. You had Embiid. Even though Embiid was hurt, theories of who we could take number 1, and it was just a complete flip. Like, all is forgiven because we're gonna win the chip.
Thank you to Bobby for coming on. Thank you to LeBron for changing basketball forever. And thank you to you in particular, for watching this far into the video. But when LeBron returned to Cleveland, he did return and deliver the first championship in Cavs history. So I had to ask a fan what that championship felt like when they finally won.
This is just case. That's a very special year for me. It was the culmination of every pain, every loss ever in Cleveland history. Like all this, it's like when you watch the kid that's getting bullied finally stand up to the bully, and he just rears his little hand back and just puts all of his freaking might into this punch, and he just knocks the bully out, and you're like, you know, you go, dude. That there you go. Like it was like the drive, no more. The fumble, no more. Red right 88, no more. The shot, everything was gone, and it was pure. Plus all the frustration from the year before, because that's all we had. Warriors fans jumping up and down, and we're just like, bro, give one person. Look, if Kevin Love wasn't hurt, y'all. Even if Kevin Love is hurt, if Kyrie doesn't fracture his knee, we beat y'all. We literally only needed one other person who could make a shot, and we would have beat y'all in 15. And then to have it come to fruition, here we are. You're healthy, we're healthy, we beat you, and screw every Warriors fan is gonna say Draymond missed game. Bruh, I don't want to hear that. LeBron scored 40 points. What was Draymond gonna do? Oh, hold him to 30? Well, guess what? Kyrie also scored 40 points in that game. So if LeBron only scored 40, Kyrie would have hit 50. Either way, y'all lose that game. Yeah, and obviously Game 7 was what it was, man. It was... And to be on Father's Day. Tear.
Cleveland! This is for you!